Vanitas, easily the second best original villain the Kingdom Hearts series has produced. My favorite is Ansem Seeker of Darkness, which is why I'm waiting for Xehanort to age to that point, because he's the one I want to talk about.
Wake up! Wake up! We want to see how bad you are.
Well, Oogie Boogie's sleeping on the job.
It seems he needs more time to recover.
Too bad, because Vanitas is coming and he's not happy. Again, folks, Vanitas, Rinsler, and Red joining up to form Daft Punk. Somebody make this a thing. Lock, Shock, and Barrel get inside their giant monster. Which, it's not as though Vanitas hasn't done this kind of thing before. See another example of PSP battle footage filming. And the trick-or-treaters make their escape. Like, Vanitas was that guy I thought I was gonna hate, but actually I liked him pretty much more than anything else in that game. Lady Tremaine turns up, and Grimhilda's gonna give her some magic. Oh, and if you think I've been ranting too hard about Birth by Sleep, just wait till the second to last fight when a character from a movie that I love, but the character I really hate, turns up. Then I will let the rant monster loose, because I don't think there's anybody who really loves that character enough that I would feel bad ranting. Okay, Lady Tremaine is fighting King DDD. Which is still a really fun name to say, DDD! See if she'll be taken out by a windmill. That may work on Don Quixote, but it's not going to work on me. Man, how late is it at night? I'm making up dialogue for the villains again. It's not good dialogue. Lady Tremaine is always a boss in tournaments. I always love how, you know, tournaments just give her the wand right away and she starts wreaking havoc with it. But DDD's not done yet. Here we go! Let's turn on the rants! Okay, Up. I love the movie Up. It's like a 9.5 out of 10. What's the missing .5? Charles MUNTZ. I don't like him! He's one of my least favorite villains ever of all time. I think Alpha was a better villain. I honestly expected Alpha to be the villain of the story. Like, I think the movie would have been a 10 out of 10 if it had been like Charles MUNTZ died and Alpha misunderstood his legacy and was trying to capture the bird and stop it at no cost. Yeah, this is Count Razoff. I probably mispronounced it both times, given my record so far. Yeah, Charles MUNTZ shouldn't have been alive. He's way too old. I mean, if Carl sees him as a little kid and he grows up, and it makes no sense. And then, you know, and he's doing that whole Alpha, the real villain of Up. That is my fan rage. These are the real villains. Yeah, when MUNTZ does that whole spiel about all the people he's killed, I'm sitting there watching this, I'm like, why is this familiar? Oh yeah, because it's basically like when Mr. Incredible was looking at the Kronos Project, and this is basically Syndrome, except watered down with no superpowers. And that's not cool. I want to be watching Syndrome right now, not this Joker. So that's why I don't like Charles MUNTZ. Hades takes on Athena. I'm gonna go a little deeper into my God of War thing here. God of War.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Got a minute? Hades, Lord of the Dead. Nice to see you.
Sorry,
Hey, guess what?
when Hades goes motor mouth, I lose my train of thought, because when he talks, it's awesome. He's one of my favorite characters to write fanfiction for, on the off chance I still do fanfiction. Because, like, his dialogue is just so fun. Athena dies relatively easily. Poor girl. Is my favorite goddess, I feel bad. But, Ares is impressed. And Zeus is not. God of War objectively represents, like, everything that's wrong with video games. It's, like, sexist, violent, all that jazz. I love it, though, because it's not only pretty, but it's, like, every piece of Greek mythology gets used. I am such an ancient Greek geek, and I just get wrapped up in it. It's like, I don't care how bad it is. I love it. Jafar makes a wish for all the princesses of Heart to come to him, and as with both canons, Peach is captured right away, and Kairi is not important. May talk a little more about damsels in distress after the epilogue. Or if I have time now. But I was just taking Peach. Damsels in distress, like, I have this weird complex about them. Like, I should hate them because they represent feminine weakness. I always just feel sorry for them. I feel like the writers wrong them. Here comes Ares. He's impressed with how Hades has been doing. Somebody into concept art! All of this! All that detail! I can't stand it. It's lovely. And so, like, Peach, you know, I'm not a fan because she doesn't really have that much depth. But I can't hate her because I feel like, you know, she just gets shafted by the writers. And I feel pity for damsels in distress because they are oppressed women. And I actually like Kairi. I think she, like, has this almost meta thing where she keeps trying to get in on the action. The writers are like, no, we're going to put up an invisible wall so you can't participate in the battle. And I actually like her character depth and her motivations. DDD orders a new monster from Nightmare, but it's teeny tiny. Beware the small ones, DDD. It's always the ones you least expect. Lady Tremaine returns to HQ to talk with Rasputin and Grimhilda. Rasputin and Grimhilda being an alliance. That's really funny by Disney versus non-standards. Kuja's like, oh, not this insane guy again. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Ah, that's what I talk about, where Kefka mugs the camera like a jump scare. I hate it. I do love Kefka, though. So Kefka and Kuja are making their little alliance. So I used to be madly on Team Sephiroth, and then I actually learned about Kefka, and then I was on Team Kefka, and now I think they're both awesome. And I don't care. I just like sitting back and watching the war, because I don't want to have that fight. They're both awesome. Maleficent calls in Vector and Charles MUNTZ, which Maleficent allying with Vector is really cool. And Master Cyclonus as well, and this is actually one of my favorite factions, because Charles MUNTZ eventually gets kicked out. We're just left with the Cyclonians and Vector, and a few other fringe members. And that's cool. And then Maleficent is, like, secretly their boss. And that's awesome. Hail Cyclonia! Master Hand is, conversationing. Words. I can't do talk words tonight with Ganondorf. Dark side of power! Oh, this is a preview of the awesome aerial battle that is to come. The aerial battle is the best thing. Don't you love how we're only on like round 6, and we're doing a preview of things to come. That's what I like about this tournament, is like, after only 6 rounds, it feels so epic, and then you're squeeing, and there's all these different characters from all this different stuff being brought in, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so awesome! Yeah, kind of lost it for a little bit there. That's the effect this tournament has! After only 6 rounds! That's just how it is. Yeah. Just wait till round 8, where I die. We got round 7 to get through first, though. And I think that might be the one with the aerial battle. If it is, I may also die. Because the aerial battle is freaking awesome. Let's just go.